Well, that did something.
Yes, it did the thing that makes us record.
Things!
What are we playing, Gabriel?
I don't know, I'm lost and confused. This is Real Myst Masterpiece Edition.
Yes, it's the original Myst, but you can move freely through it, FPS style.
Yeah, and when you're standing still, you have to move the mouse to the edge, so you get kind of that single frame of focus effect that the original Myst did, but when you are moving, you have true mouse look, so you can wander around and see all the nifty scenery that made people lose their shit back in the day.
Still, I feel it's more elegant than Tex Murphy's controls.
Yeah, they were before, like, mouse look was really that sane. Oh god, where am I going?
Aren't too
What's down
many
here?
full control first-person 3D adventure games. There was Normality, of course.
Yeah.
So, this wasn't your first choice, was it,
No.
Gabe?
My first choice was one of those, like, depressing sagas where I didn't think it was going to be easy, but it still surprised me with how difficult it was. And I know someone's going to chime in the video, like the comments with like, "Oh, it's easy."
Are you going to tell me the fucking title anytime soon?
I'm telling you the story about the title. And so I was going to try and do the...
It's not like a fucking opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Yes, it is. I was trying to do the spoof game of Myst called Pissed.
They changed a letter and made it sound like a rude word. That is really subtle.
Wee-wees. And it was a stupid game that I played on my cousin's computer a little bit that had, like, just shitty dick jokes and stuff, but it also had John Goodman in it.
Yeah, I guess maybe that was a contract thing.
Yeah, like, I'm still not entirely sure why that was. So anyway, I tried to get a CD-ROM game that worked on Windows 95 to work on my current computer. And that was...
It was originally Windows 2.1, wasn't it?
I have no idea. It said Windows 95 on the thing.
Well, it was quite a while back.
It was a heartbreaking exercise. And when the guide finally said you could download a Windows 95 emulator and then that it needed a working Windows 95 CD key, I was like, alright, I'm done.
What are you, some kind of thief?
Well,
Are you done staring at this dog bowl?
I'm clicking shit to see what it does.
Well, you need
and this
to do
is what
more
Myst...
than that in Myst.
Yeah, this is what Myst was, which is kind of why I never got the hullabaloo around the game. Like,
this was like a toddler's activity center, but for dads.
Yeah,
you
like
click on buttons and makes noises.
It was like what was it, like Seventh Guest? Like there were these games that were like this that were just tabletop puzzles, like block sliders.
I think the original Myst illustrates the point that you should never try to sell a game on the new technology alone, because it never ages well. And basically all Myst had was that it had amazing 3D rendered screens that no game had ever had.
That didn't move and didn't do anything.
Look at all the amazing 3D graphics, it seemed to say. Look at these cogs we made out of blocks. Now it just kind of seems like the sort of thing you'd ridicule, like Dear Esther.
I don't know. I didn't like it because I hate those slidey block puzzles and shit, and this game was full of them. Same as like Seventh Guest and stuff. Like, it wasn't like your traditional pointing. Where? There! Look at it.
I saw the shadow of a bird on the ground.
Fucking
That's
majestic.
Quite good detail for this Myst remake thing. What was that piece of paper on the floor?
What?
That one there that looked exactly like the rock, not right next to it.
Catherine, I've left for you a message. You can read these, you got the reader's voice.
Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches, capital M, capital S, on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atras.
Enter the number of marker switches on this island. Okay, so that's...
So presumably them marker switches are those... I did play through this game back in the day, but it's been a while.
Yeah, so did I, and I pretty much had my aunt help me, because it was like, yeah, for some reason old people like this game, I mean.
Like
familiar
I said,
puzzles and pretty pictures.
Like I said, for dads.
Yeah. It's like, because you remember in Resident Evil 4 when you have to do that block slider puzzle?
Yeah, but it was fucking easy, it was 3x3.
Yeah, I don't care, I still hate them, it drives me insane.
I'm quite good at block sliding puzzles.
Okay, so...
I did all the ones in Zelda Wind Waker you can do on your little bachelor house you get. Okay, I did play this game a little bit before we started recording, and what you have to do is there's a little button by the entrance. That was a red herring there. Yes, forget about that. Just press the button and enter the number of marker switches on the island.
I don't know how many marker switches there are.
There are 8 marker switches on the island. Beyond this point, we're flying blind, though. So now press the button and hear the very important but crucially not subtitled message.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened.
Speak up!
Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of our sons.
I am the Emperor of the Nintendo 64 dimension.
It looks like Patrick Stewart's Game Master. You probably don't get that.
It's like
do
a
you?
really fat version of Patrick Stewart, like Patrick Stewart.
And I've removed the remaining
What's he saying?
from the library.
His two sons fucked up his books and he's cross.
Shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation.
Remember the tower rotation, that's the point.
I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed just
Yeah, shut up.
No, I'm not erasing your message. Fuck you, go to hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back on that and jill myself off.
Mark a switch diagram, water turbulent pool.
I don't think these will help, but sure, if you want.
I'm curious. I wonder what a water turbulent pool is. It sounds like a wave pool, my back hurts.
Yeah. It's just a wanky word for a wave pool.
Dimensional transducer.
So, what's the plot of Myst, Gabe?
No earthly clue.
Some island, books, man, two brothers,
Well, that was
wife,
fun.
tower. It's certainly not a game that would do well on the elevator pitch stage.
Oh, there is a sprint. Huzzah.
Oh, nice.
Zoom, zoom, zoom!
It's just someone pretentious didn't have an editor, and you had to make 3D rendered backdrops. Well, there are novelizations of this, isn't
Oh,
there?
fucking course there are.
Well, yeah. Maybe that will help it. Ah, you found the dentist from Marathon Man.
Hello. Welcome to Dr. Safe and Friendly's perfectly normal dentistry.
Well, you go click away randomly at shit and let's talk topic.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will take us nowhere, but never mind. So, the trailer for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare got leaked. And
We had a look at that.
are you getting anywhere?
Nope.
Good. Kevin Spacey's in it. He's being evil and shit.
I like Kevin Spacey, and I like him when he's being evil.
Yeah, well, he's good at it.
Hmm.
I think Roger Ebert once said he's the best actor in the business at playing the smartest guy in the film.
And then he made K-Pax.
Okay, that's tower rotation.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I guess this means something. Click on the little circles. Aha! Okay, that's doing something. Line's red, though.
Does that mean
good?
something will... I mean...
You having fun there?
Well, I mean,
Okay,
it
it's pointing at the gears.
Yeah.
Go check the gears out.
that has... I think it might be like power, because there were switches.
Are you looking forward to Advanced Warfare? There's hover bikes in it.
What are the odds the hover bikes will be like one little segment that'll make you go, oh, that was fun, and then never get seen for the rest of the game as you run down corridors shooting shit?
I'd call that the 5 to 4 odds on favourite.
Yeah, like I enjoy Kevin Spacey, and the weird idea of it being about PMCs taking over the states, which is what I've heard is the story.
Oh, right, okay. So they're getting away from the horrible racist plots of more recent Call of Duty games and going back to incredibly generic warfare game plots.
I don't know. The crazy thing is they're teaming up with like Vice to do a documentary about creepy ass private military contractors. All right.
Yay, you made the eye green instead of red. We're making progress.
Would you like to summon a cassowary?
No, that shit's vicious.
Fuck it. I want to look at a cassowary.
They can split your belly open.
Yeah. They're
No,
like the
that
Elton
will
John
summon
of
the Knights.
Velociraptors.
That will summon the Knights Templar. That will summon Canadians.
Canadian archers.
Canadian archers who happen to be in the Knights Templar and sail boats a lot.
We'll make them fight sailors. And the Tick.
Oh shit! This is turning epic. So the trailer I saw was Kevin Spacey talking a whole lot of sense. Oh yeah, this is one of the sons of Atreus who've done some crafty shit apparently.
Am I in a whole nother dimension?
I guess. Do you fill for a bit, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine.
Okay, yeah. So part of the rather strange sort of marketing for Advanced Warfare is that COD, and this was in the video, like COD are teaming up to do a documentary with Vice about the proliferation, sorry, brain, I donated plasma again today, of private military contractors and how big they're getting and how, like, almost they're taking over, like, they used to be support for regular armies, and now they're doing pretty much a lot of the work.
Sure you don't want a glass? Oh, that's right, you're a twat.
Yahtzee Croshaw, sponsor extraordinaire.
That's some lovely rosé.
And secondly, you're also drinking rosé, you middle-class white lady.
What?
Fucking goddamn. Sure you don't want a glass of my fucking rosé.
I got bored of dry white. I've been spending the last couple of weeks...
should move on up to a white wine spritzer.
I've been getting bombed out on wine most evenings the last few days. What did you do?
I don't know.
You broke his bookshelves. Nice job. He's the mad one. I remember him.
Oh, look at Zach Galifianakis.
I'll turn this down a bit more because we're not going to make any sense of what he's saying anyway. You'd think the Call of Duty guys could find some points of similarity with PMCs. You'd think they'd have things they could get on with about.
Yeah.
They both like them guns. I mean, the whole trailer was just, hey, check out this tech. Are you ready to wank America?
Yeah. Go on, get it out. Look at me. Look at me in this exoskeleton that allows me to jump.
It's just...
That got boring.
Yeah, it's just sort of like moving on from Modern Warfare to what shooters have already done. It's just being Crisis now, isn't it?
When do you suppose they're gonna get,
It's got powered
alternate
armor.
history-y? Like, they should do one of World War II, but with, like, steam-powered mechs.
That would probably be a bit not realistic enough for people. People are weird about that. I think enough time has passed since the Second World War that you can do shit like, Adolf Hitler runs his own zombie Nazi army. And that's
would you not have, like, if one of your scientists came to you and was like, so we could have a zombie division, would you say no to that? Because I'd have to give it a good honest think. Oh, there we go.
Well, I can see some ways it can backfire.
Nah, dude, it's fine.
Oh, well, look at
we'll just unleash zombies across the world, and then we'll have an excellent financial year.
I don't think this elevator's working.
Oh, there's a beep. Okay.
Maybe close the door first. Must be health and safety. There you go. Told ya. It's probably because in the original version they didn't want to have to record a video of it with the door open and the door closed.
That would have been a struggle.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what were we talking about?
Advanced Warfare.
Oh yes, and zombie
Advanced
armies.
Australia Warfare.
Zombie armies.
Yeah, and zombie armies. It's dark in here.
I think for the audience of Modern Warfare shooters, anything past the Second World War is basically just a fantasy game to them. And they're like, I don't want none of that fantasy shit. I want to shoot the bad guys as a real patriot.
Alright, I'm in the tower. Okay.
And it's pointing at the
Pointing
thing.
at the ears.
We knew it.
Alrighty, I can't. Can I walk along? Alright, no, that's an edge. That looks like an edge
That's
too.
also an edge.
Okay.
Can you see that over there?
240.
Can climb down the ladder.
221.
Go around and climb the other ladder. God knows why they couldn't just put a gangway around it. But what do I know? What do I know about observatories?
You own and operate several, Yahtzee. 240, 221. Alright.
So...
That's a thing. Maybe the rotation is like 2 hours, 40 minutes?
Well...
That doesn't seem right.
240, 221. Is this something to do with that machine where you can enter a date?
Hey, that's using the noodle. I'm gonna give that a try. I'm gonna go back to the dentist chair and insert a date, and something will happen?
Yes, then we will save the day.
Yeah. I think this is always my biggest problem with Myst in general, is just I don't like games where I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And where the business of doing it is strange and slow.
That almost rhymed.
Did it?
Well, do and slow. I think you can get inside there. The low thing.
Ooh.
Ah,
me.
yes.
Oh, Jesus, now what?
Now, please enjoy this soft plate that you can make finger marks in.
The fuck am I doing?
I don't know. I should mention at this point that this game has live hints.
Oh.
Can't say I'm particularly looking forward to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Alright,
It
I might
seems
fiddle
to
with that
me
later.
that, like, they haven't as much made a step forward as a step to the side.
It's just a jump to the left.
I guess you can't leave while the thing is like that.
Yeah, you gotta turn the thing and stuff. I'm still annoyed my Canadian Navy cassowaries aren't out here.
Yeah, they should have arrived by now.
What the fuck, game?
Guess it's a long drive from Canada.
240-221.
Yes. Although this probably isn't going to work because I seem to remember it needing a year.
Dicks.
240-221. Okay, 2:40 AM. That's the start. Yeah, just tap it. And then 221. So, February 2nd, the year 1. And then bam, press the button. Stars!
Fucking gripping.
What's that button do? Oh, oh,
Oh, alright.
this might change things.
You've got to turn the light off when you're in the fucking observatory dentistry. Fucking just leave me in the thing.
Sorry, you clicked. You are now committed to slowly moving out of the chair.
It shits me a little that interactive objects aren't slightly better fucking doozy what's it.
Stars! That was my Nemesis impression.
Stars.
Okay, maybe 221 is the date arranged in different ways. Why did it not have the 2 zeros earlier?
I don't know.
You fucked up, programmers.
240. Maybe it was 240 in the evening.
Oh, there's a thought. Unless it's a 24-hour clock. Ah, it isn't. Just to confuse matters.
Puzzles.
Well, it's not really a puzzle, is it? It's just, we showed you a date. Now go and stick it somewhere. 4 stars now.
Is that the Southern Cross?
No.
I seem to remember that from Bogan's Backs.
I was going to say, how do you not recognise the Southern Cross?
That's a plague that hit Australia a little while ago. Like, just every...
It's on your flag.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not a flag waver. Every fucking sub-functional bogan.
Neither am I, but I know what the fucking Southern Cross looks like. I've only lived here 10 years.
I'm sure it looks a bit like the Southern Cross. If you actually look up at the stars in the night and look at the thing,
You
it's
need
on a bit of an
5
angle.
stars to be a cross.
No, you don't, you just need 4.
You need one in the middle.
Yeah, well, that's
Otherwise
the
it's a
guide.
square.
That's the guiding star. That's usually smaller and less distinct and kind of harder to see generally.
I'm not entirely convinced that was the right place to enter the 240,
No, neither am I. I might try rotating this thing and then going up and having a look.
Right.
Truly, this is a masterpiece.
I do actually have to drink through this wine. I bought it a couple of days back and I don't want it going on the turn.
I once drank wine that had been under my bed for like a whole summer.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That would be vinegar at that point.
No, the weird thing was it had taken on weirdly bassy notes and had a chocolatey tone to it. Which was not wholly unpleasant, I might add.
Listen to Jilly Goulden over here.
Yeah, it was box wine. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally a connoisseur of grotesque fucking box wine.
That you found under your bed.
Yeah.
That's a
Alright.
boat.
That's the...
Boat not there.
Boat not there. Oh.
Gabe's
Ooh,
sad.
Shit.
More clues.
More clues.
Nice.
We're gonna solve this and... Are we trying to get off the island? Are we trying to take over it? Are we trying to rescue Zach Galifianakis? What are
We're
we doing?
trying to solve the... Oh, that's more like it.
Hey, now we're cooking with some gas.
We're trying to solve the island. Duh.
Is there any way we can screenshot this? Because I'm not going to remember all these dates.
No.
Okay, can you remember all these dates?
No. Oh, hang on.
Yep.
I'll take a picture of it with
Yep.
my phone.
We're gonna use technology.
Nice.
You didn't think about that when you were made, huh, Myst? I have a little camera.
I got a text from Gabriel Morton saying he's downstairs.
I'm downstairs. I'm back in time. I'm everywhere.
I got too many apps on this
I just
thing.
punched Biff. Totally in the throat, too. He's dead. I didn't just knock him out.
Bear with me.
Stomped him into the ground while my screaming mother watched. It was the 50s. It was a different time. Rock and roll. Alright.
Alright, let's do it!
Let's go sit in the observatory chair again.
We're getting somewhere now. Look at that. We're gonna look the shit at those stars.
And they're gonna be more cryptic clues. Yay!
I feel like we should figure out something to link them constellations to. Once we've figured what these denote.
Well, there's an observatory.
Right.
So-
Except it doesn't seem to be looking at the stars.
Or is it an
does
observatory or is it a planetarium? Because I think a planetarium may be more
It's,
relevant.
it's an observatory, because the telescope is pointing outwards.
Alright. I couldn't see the telescope. Okie dokie. How did you find out that there were 8 gizmos?
I just went around counting them.
Oh. What are the gizmos?
You know, it's just those identical switches.
Oh, these things.
No, those things by the doors.
Oh, the switches.
Yeah, that thing.
Okie dokie. Looks like a Roman denarii there.
So
Oh.
what would Call of Duty have to do to be interesting?
I think with what it's doing now, this looks interesting, but the problem is every time it does something interesting, it forgoes the interesting gameplay modifications it could make for the safe corridor run and shoot.
And-
If it can
and also-
integrate some of these, like the trailer had some, the hover bike and some other shit going on, and at every instance where I saw one of those cool new ideas, there was that thing that came back to my head where, because what was the thing from the most recent Call of Duty that you actually liked but was in it for only a second? Like, well, they make gameplay changes that are sort of interesting and then only use them for one little stage.
Oh yeah. Well, a couple of them have done like a wingsuit thing.
Yeah.
Right, first one.
Yep.
October the 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. October the 11th, 1984. I would have been 1 and a bit.
Oh, dick tits.
October 11th, 1984. You remember the
Fucking.
man, this covers quite a lot of time, doesn't it? 1984, the Orwellian year. Of course, Orwell's most famous book was called that because it was published in 1948.
48, yeah.
Fact fans.
It was about 1948. Alright, what time?
10:04 a.m.
Alright, what are we gonna say? And then it just comes up dick butt.
You know what that's making me think of? That's making me think of Canada Leaf.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually.
I'll just take a picky of that.
Okay, so Canada Leaf.
Right, moving
Yep.
on.
Okay.
I really feel like we're making progress here.
We are.
I really feel like we're bonding as
We're like the
people.
Hardy Boys.
January 17th, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. Maybe these were the dates of all the times Atris has had sex.
I know, I write all those down with massive puzzles around them too.
12:07.
Fucking. Like move it an inch and I just over 7 and
5:46 a.m. Man, he was getting an early start that day.
sometimes you just wake up and you roll over and you're like, I'm all about this now.
Yeah,
36?
46.
46 down.
I hardly think it matters in terms of star placement, but we'll play a long game.
So that was Maple Leaf.
Yep, that is whatever that is.
Snake, maybe?
Yeah, I'll just take a picture and we'll see.
See, this is an interesting sort of puzzle setup where you have to infer an awful lot, you know?
I guess there is a lot of inference going on.
Yeah,
in
which
this.
I think is a mixed blessing, because they can also be really infuriating, because at the end of the day, you're still having to work within their idea of the inference. I think it was the biggest problem of the interrogation scenes in L.A. Noire.
Oh yeah. November 23rd, 9791. I guess that was his time-travelling birthday.
Time Daddy. 97.
97, 91.
In the year 97, 91.
I think the 97 90s will be much like the 1990s.
Except we'll all have, like, hypercolor skin.
Might want to use the... yeah. Riveting viewing, I'm sure this must be.
I picked it because it was boring. 97,
97, 91, yes. It certainly is that, but it also sort of demands your attention, doesn't it?
Yeah.
6:57 p.m.
Dick tits.
Dick tits, you say?
Yeah. 6:57 p.m. Okay, so that was Canada, Snake.
And... a mess. See if there's a button for vomit puddle.
Vajazzling?
Well, maybe. It's pretty inept of a jazzling, if it is.
Well, you know, it's like when teenage girls try to pierce their own ears.
Ew.
Is it me or has it changed?
No, maybe we've just gotten used to the darkness a bit.
That's a good point. Okay, so you weren't there, so you can go to hell. I don't think you were there.
No.
Leaf was.
Yep, we'll keep the leaf.
Okay, Arrow wasn't.
Wouldn't think so, no.
I don't... Could that have been the anchor?
Not sure, look at the others.
I don't think it was Beetle.
I think it might be the beetle, actually.
Oh.
So turn the anchor off. And then try snake for that one.
Yeah, Snake looks like it. Hey, whoa!
Yay, look at us solving puzzles. I guess that means the ship's risen out of the sea now. Yep.
Ooh!
Yeah, go us. See that? That was the kind of brain you needed back in the 90s.
Now I can just walk onto it. Okay, cool.
A big one.
Alright, I'm on a boat.
You certainly are. Everybody look at you, you're on a motherfucking boat.
Please don't sing that song.
I won't.
Don't even remind me. I worked at like this
Oh, you
shitty,
think-
stupid club in when that fucking song came out, and they played it 4 times a night. And the inbred retards that went to that place would flip out like it was the greatest thing ever every fucking time.
A book, commented the chair.
Okay.
I guess that's one of those good thing being ruined by twats situations.
I don't know. See, I liked
I liked I'm on a boat as a
Jizz in My
song.
Pants and Like a Boss better than I'm on a Boat because they had more jokes.
I like I'm on a boat. There's deeper irony in it.
Yeah.
It's not so overt as the others.
It's one joke over and over again.
That's the point. Taking the piss out of hip-hop culture that you like so much.
That's not the hip
I
hop
think
culture
maybe
I
it wants
like.
you to click.
Oh, okay.
Well, what is hip-hop culture if not, look at me, I've got lots of money and chicks and I've got a big willy and a fur coat.
Well, it depends on the hip hop you're looking at. Yeah, I'd say it's a rich and broad musical tradition.
Whatever, Captain Wigger. What? Oh, I guess the boat moved.
What the fuck?
Now we are in a rainy place.
I don't think the boat moved. I think we like teleported or something.
Rainy place avec lighthouse.
Alright, I'm not allowed in there because it's
Stairs
wet.
avec water. Can't get your shoes wet.
Stop saying things. Alright, what's in there? More water, not allowed in there.
I guess we got to drain something.
Myst. Okay. You are in a new location. Answers are not forthcoming.
Bollocks. Shall we talk topic?
Sure. What movie did you watch? Yahtzee did a thing.
Yes, we're doing Culture Corner. This week I watched the film With Nail and I, starring Richard E. Grant and Paul McGann, the Doctor Who we don't talk about.
We talk about him plenty. He's great.
It's a sort of voyage of self-destruction about 2 young, posh, out-of-work actors who spend their lives getting completely pissed and high and go off into the country to recuperate and cause havoc amongst the locals.
And then Richard E. Grant tried to basically sell Paul McGann to an elderly theatre queen.
Yes, who played by the late Richard Griffiths, of course.
What's his name? Uncle Artie?
Uncle Monty.
Uncle Monty, that's right. I always get fucking call him Uncle Artie. But yeah. What did you promise him? Oh, you.
Yes, and where Richard Griffiths delivers the famous line, "Confound it, I must have you even if it must be burglary."
That is a good line. I haven't seen that movie in fucking ages.
It also stars that bloke from Wayne's World 2 as that bloke from Wayne's World 2.
Who's that old lady? Oh, that's my old lady.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, what's going on? Oh, we're looking. Okay.
Okay, those are numbers. Bring it into focus, man.
I don't know how.
Focus it at something. There, that'll do. Focus it on that.
I can't move it up or down.
Look, we found a bell end. It's at 135. That probably means something.
Okay, so there's a thing at 135. My boat looks like it's at 185.
And some rocks.
Oh,
Perhaps we should keep track of where every rock is.
I don't want to do that.
Is that his little picnic table?
Yeah, with like lights.
He came out to have his Scotch eggs and wine.
Can't work out. Must have you, even if it's burglary.
Yes, so
Turd burglary.
so I've been spending most nights zonked out on wine the last couple of weeks, and that in that condition I watched With Nail and I, and
Sweet puckering Jesus,
I
you
felt
make
like
me
I
depressed.
I felt like I was in exactly the right mindset for it.
You're gonna cover yourself in Vicks Vapor Rub to stay warm?
I think it was Deep Heat or whatever it was.
Alright. Okay.
You know,
that raise,
I've
or-
always found a little appeal in that sort of self-destructive artistic attitude. Hey, how did you drain the ship?
The little buttons.
Okay,
I'm in a dark hole.
press the soul illuminated thing in the dark hole.
I think that'll take me back to where I was.
Now I was reading some interesting facts
Oh,
about.
we're in Rapture.
Nice. I was reading some interesting facts about.
Is it meant to be this dark?
See, there's a light switch.
Hello? Is anybody home?
Hello.
Aziz, light!
We came in the boat, which this thing is part of, I think. Somehow.
I think I'm going down steps.
So I was reading some facts about With Nail and I on the IMDb.
I need to get out of here because I can't see shit.
And then one interesting fact I read is that Richard E. Grant was a teetotaler until the film.
Jesus.
And the director said, you must at least have some idea of what it's like before we start, so they've made him drink a pint of whiskey or something. And he was violently ill.
Didn't he... Hasn't he had substance abuse problems? Or
Well, apparently he's not just teetotaler, he's also got some sort of metabolism problem that means he has trouble with alcohol.
Oh.
Okay, and I guess we've established what the buttons do.
Yep.
Drains shit.
I had a thought, and it turned out to be correct.
Steady on.
Yeah.
Don't overload yourself.
That's a
Might
nice
give
one
yourself
for the day.
might give yourself a nosebleed. Oh, this is nice.
Oh, I'm gonna jack off under your covers.
This is plush. Ugh. Looks like a piece of furniture you find in
too
your
plush.
nan's house.
Yeah, and it's got nan things in it.
Yeah, and all the drawers open with this weird sort of soft feel that you're weirdly obsessed with.
Yeah.
I've experienced drawers like that. There's something quite Muslim about all this. I think the owner might be a terrorist. Oh, we found a red page. I'm pretty sure I remember those being important. And now you're holding it.
How do I even have an inventory? Right click doesn't seem to do anything. Mid
No, there's no inventory. I guess you just got to put it somewhere.
There's probably a book around somewhere.
Maybe you're just supposed to take it back to the red book in the center of whatever it was, Myst. So, yes, With Nail and I got a thumbs up from me. It's
Two
full of
Crowshaws up.
It's full of quotable lines.
Jump on the bed.
It's full of quotable lines and characters I identified with quite a bit. Oh, what the hell happened there?
The door tried to close on me.
That was a mess.
Yeah,
I mean, the Paul McGann's character is like characterized by anxiety, and yes, I saw a lot of myself in him.
he does look a little bit like you even. And I could see, like, if I was still drinking, like, there would be a similarity in sort of, like, me and Richard E. Grant. Or just me dragging you around and trying to sell you to elderly rapists.
Don't flatter yourself, man.
I would totally sell you to elderly rapists.
You wouldn't have the charisma.
That's sadly not true. Drunk me had loads of charisma.
Pah! I remember drunk you. The thing is, when you're drunk, you're just better than you think you are. Or you think you're better than you are.
I was going to say, that what you said there confused me.
Yeah, that sounded wrong. Okay, you turned a tap. Well done. We're succeeding at something. Hope it never stops. You drained something from the box.
Okay, great.
Now open the box.
I don't think I can. I don't have a key.
Confound this box.
I will end you. Alright, okay, so...
Yes, I also enjoyed the scene where With Nail drinks lighter fluid. and accuses Marwood of having antifreeze, and Marwood says, "You fool! You should never mix your drinks."
I was I was going to use mouthwash for its intended purpose once. And you know how you take it out and you put it into a little cap so you know you've had your cap full?
Yes.
I took it out, had the bottle in one hand, the cap in the other, poured the bottle into the cap, and then did a shot of mouthwash. Because my brain that was the automatic muscle memory of how to behave in that situation. It's like, oh, you got the bottle in one hand and the shot glass in the other. Bottoms up.
Did you get very fucked up?
It wasn't
How alcoholic is mouthwash?
not wildly, but it wasn't pleasant. Like, I wouldn't do it again. I mean, I wouldn't do it again for a lot of reasons, but it was not a pleasant experience.
What was your worst drinking experiment experience?
That's worst for actual substance ingested, sensation for drinking, and resulting hangover.
Yes.
Is without a doubt. Okay, you get this stuff called bitters, which is alcoholic, but you generally use it very sparingly because it's...
Oh, you didn't shot bitters, did you?
No. I emptied 3 bottles of bitters into a glass with a bit of orange juice and then chugged it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You must have been sick as a dog.
It's kind of weird. Like, the description I'd give that is my veins felt like salt and vinegar.
Still, part of you misses it, doesn't it?
Really, honestly, no. There's not a day goes by where I don't wake up and go, oh, thank God.
Oh, you're no fun anymore. No, I think the worst
I'm alive. I'm fucking alive.
the worst idea I ever remember was trying to mix Sprite with apple liqueur.
I have to be careful not to cut myself on your edge.
Though I did once wake up in hospital from too much beer, but that was just beer. Someone kept refilling my glass.
I got hospitalized with a blood alcohol content of 0.304 once, which I'm led to believe is a lot.
You know, someone who's happy to have given it up, you're sounding kind of boastful at this point.
No, it's
Yes,
depressing behavior.
Yeah, sounds depressing.
The further I get away from it, the more annoyed I am with, like, drunk Gabe.
I'm having fun as drunk Yahtzee.
I'm having fun with drunk Yahtzee, too. See, this is what I mean, like, alcohol's not the problem.
I'm good.
I had a problem with alcohol. Well, I had a problem I poured alcohol into.
I'm fine.
That's the thing. I don't think all booze should be stopped. I don't criticize people for drinking. Hell, if anything, I recommend you drink.
Well, I've been drinking all week because of my anxiety issues. Because I don't get the stomachache when I'm drunk.
That's odd.
I hate, I create, and I self-medicate.
Sip that rosé, Yahtzee. Sip that rosé. You colossal fruit.
So you started talking about a film last week, but I sort of interrupted you. So you want to go back to that?
Yeah, Snowpiercer is terrible.
Tell me about it.
Well, essentially it's a post-apocalyptic film where humans have gone to solve the global warming problem with, like, geoengineering. And what the plan was
Hey,
to...
I don't remember this room being here last time.
No, that's because there was a second little place I could go down.
Okay, I apologize. Continue. Flower!
That's nice. Isn't that lovely?
Seems like they're using tech to solve problems that didn't really need to be solved at this point.
Yeah, like, that could have just been a picture. I mean, can you touch it? Maybe it smells. Maybe
Anyway,
it's a smelly hologram.
Don't want to distract from, still holding your red page. Oh, now you're holding the blue page. Are you holding both pages now?
Possibly?
Anyway,
I wanna say
continue
yes.
talking about Snowpiercer. What?
I thought we were in save mode, but okay, so do I have a... Oh, hey.
That's a flashlight.
Oh, thank fucking Christ.
I don't remember that being in the original.
Haha, yeah.
It's got that video game flashlight problem where it illuminates something regardless of whether or not it's already illuminated. So it just turns massively bright.
Ooh.
Hey! I think it's supposed to be symbolic. Anyway, continue with your review of Snowpiercer.
There we go. Oh, it won't let me just be halfway. You can't control me. I want to be a flowerkin. Yeah. Snowpiercer is terrible. The central conceit is one that I think would work for the French graphic novel that it was based on. Like, it's the kind of thing you could see, it's sort of absurd, but it would work within a graphic novel context, where
It's
the
based
last
on-
few
it's
thousand
based-
people alive are on a fucking train.
It's based on Asterix.
Yes. The only graphic novel. Where was that
graphic
really
novel.
dark place? It was down here, wasn't it? All right.
Dark place.
Dark place. Dark place.
Dark place.
I loved that show. It was Skipper the Eye Child.
So what's Snowpiercer? What happens in Snowpiercer?
Okay, so
then?
basically we've gone to fix global warming by using global dimming, and that fucked up.
Whoops.
And we ended up creating a new and horrible ice age that has made life on the planet Earth impossible, and
Okay.
the last people alive are alive on a train called the Snowpiercer that goes around the planet and has a special engine that keeps it going no matter what, and for some reason that was, better to put on a fucking train that moves around a hostile environment as opposed to building it into, say, like a underground base.
Wait, they've mastered perpetual motion? Why didn't they just solve all the world's energy crises before that disaster happened?
There's a lot wrong with the movie, and even, there's a few nice moments, but then it just turns into sort of a class, a really dull class struggle.
Why don't they just stop somewhere and use the train's engine to run a central heating system? So it's like Metro 2033, but in motion and even
Sillier.
more tightly arranged humanity.
Yeah. Alright, so... Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Hey! Hey!
Ah, that's using the noodle.
Hey!
Noodle's a fucking key.
What do you mean using your noodle? You didn't know that would work.
No, I mean, just the puzzle in general is a good noodle scratcher.
Man,
now I can get up here, I think. I hope.
How many things are you holding in one hand?
All things. My hands hold all. Oh,
Yay!
fucking progress.
Fucking progress indeed.
What does that do?
It's
Okay.
a bomb! Run! Okay. I wasn't going to stop before you did.
So competitive. Okay.
Blue paper not doing much to the dynamite.
I don't think it's dynamite. I think it's like a battery.
Okay,
It
it's
powers dynamite. Okay,
right, it's
I can't.
charged. So can you pick up the battery now? Maybe you have to go to a different angle if I remember these sorts of games.
Nope. Just scoots me around to that angle again. I have no choice.
Okay then.
Okay, that's attached.
I'm distinctly underwhelmed about
damn
this
it.
room we had to solve so many puzzles to get into.
You gotta give me something.
Maybe you should go back to the central world and put those pages in the books.
I don't know if I can just yet. That's the thing. I'm not sure if I can get back. Okay, so down there was nothing I could see of relevance. I've powered something up. So maybe go have a look at that. Boop.
Yes, you powered up a battery. Is there a wire leading from it or something?
I couldn't see. It just seemed to go into the battery, but it wasn't letting me pick it up. So I'll just, as is always the case with games. Ooh.
Oh, a square. Can
I
you
go in
walk inside that?
Oh. Just not.
Yes,
okay.
you can.
Just,
Look at you, Gordon Freeman.
yeah, just nudge my way in.
See, I don't think this did enough to Masterpiece Edition Myst. I think they should have also given you a gun. And then you could have used the gun to shoot all the puzzles.
If Dreamweb taught us anything, it's that a gun can be used to solve almost any puzzle.
You know, that's something I really like about the Hitman series. I mean, the Hitman series is basically adventure games for the impatient. So there are puzzles. You can carefully arrange a really impressive accidental death by making sure to drop a chandelier on someone in the exact right moment, or swapping a fake gun for a real one in a theatrical performance.
What's that doing?
Or you can just shoot them with a gun, or strangle them to death. That's good game design.
I don't know.
That's what all adventure games should aspire to.
Okay.
So imagine if this game had a flamethrower. I mean, games are all about choice these days, aren't they? So maybe we could
Use
choose
your freedom of choice.
to solve the puzzle or atomize it.
Every game needs the BFG 9000.
Oh, what do you know? There was a key under it. Little bit scorched now, but never mind.
Still works. Still good. Okay.
Okay, that's getting us
That
nowhere.
doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what I can click on there.
Flashy blue.
Yeah, it doesn't...
What does flashy blue mean?
Oh, so I can't open that.
Ha
Okay.
ha 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 ha.
I
Wait,
wish it was a
isn't this
little
the
more
way you...
responsive, because I click on shit and then nothing appears to happen, and I go, oh, okay, I guess that's not a thing, and then I go away and come back and then now it works.
Isn't this the way you came?
No, I think this is secondary room.
Right. How does that help?
Well...
What's with that rib cage?
That is an awesome, like, wouldn't you like that as a lamp?
I imagine it would get old.
Yeah. I think it's sweet. Hey, I wonder if this is open. Hey, that's
something.
nothing.
Well, the
Children's
last
restaurant map.
Well, the last chest of drawers got us fucking nowhere. Let's see if this is an improvement.
Going through your map drawers.
Why didn't you put all the maps in one drawer? In like a binder or something. This is very inefficient. A page.
Vault is located. Turn every one of them. Alright, that's...
Okay, well, what's the bottom drawer? Was there anything in the bottom drawer? See, this was a newer video game. You take that page with you and it would be added to an archive you carry around.
Yeah.
How far we've come.
In the olden days, the games made you fucking try and remember shit. Which is a bit shitty.
Shall we draw Culture Corner on a bit and talk about other spheres of culture we might have experienced during the week?
I watched the remake of RoboCop.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
How was it?
It actually wasn't bad. Like, I'm a huge fan of the original. I think it's like one of the great fucking sci-fi movies of the 80s. I think it's a fantastic sort of...
I think the operative words in that sentence are of the 80s.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not to quantify its quality within some sort of separate framework. I think it's a standalone great fucking film. Like,
not to what, Gabriel?
well, not to... Well, you know...
What did you do?
Alright. That's just what that does.
Okay.
Well,
I just want you to say those words you said again.
Well, you know what I mean. Like when...
No, come on, say it.
Not to quantify the quality.
Quantify the quality. Quantify the quality. Quantify the quality. Doosh. Continue.
I regret saying that again.
Sorry, I'm a little bit tiddly now.
You and your one glass of rosé.
Tiddly is a word that is applied to respectable people who are not quite drunk enough to be drunk.
Does that make you a tiddly puff?
Yes. Continue.
Spin them globes.
Is that helping?
I don't fucking know.
This is why I say these games are like activity centres for dads.
Tiddly
What are those things either side of the door?
They don't do anything as far as I know.
So what happens in the new RoboCop?
Well, we're the new... Alright, what's that mean?
It keeps flashing like that.
Yeah, there's like... Because there's that thing I can look at in there, but I don't know what, if anything, it does. Like, I can click on it, but nothing happens.
I bet there are some viewers who are really au fait with Myst and they're fucking screaming at the screen right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, RoboCop.
Distracting them from their ham radio.
My understanding is that there's slightly more of an anti-military and that sort of thing.
Well, more
to the
anti...
film.
Well, it plays into the like sort of PMCs and the idea of private companies owning the means of war and sort of being responsible for them and stuff. I think what it does is... Because RoboCop is something very much made by the era it was made in, so to remake it exactly would have been ridiculous and dumb.
I've never seen the point of remaking something that was already good,
Really
anyway.
good, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say this was better, but to give it a good contrast, like the terrible prequel to The Thing, which was really pretty much just a fucking remake to begin with.
The Thing, the film.
Yeah.
You weren't just being vague.
No. It's a good example of the opposite of that. The RoboCop remake isn't what I call a great film. Okay, maybe if that was that open when I left it? It might be. I don't know.
Does it clunkily insert lines from the original?
Yes, but not as clunkily as you'd think.
Does someone say, "Dead or alive, you are coming with me"?
Yes.
Does someone say, "I'll buy that for $1"?
Close.
Heard enough.
No, he says I wouldn't buy that for $1.
Ugh. Hey, it's gone down again. So I guess whatever we did, we expended it?
Did we?
Maybe that was what all the blue flashing lights did.
Yeah. Fucking riveting. I don't know, maybe I gotta keep charging it.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing people did for fun back in the 90s, kids.
So boring. Back when you could get bored of the internet. Like, you'd go on, you'd look around, and you'd be like, well, that's the 3 interesting websites I've updated,
Yeah,
and...
back when they didn't have Wikipedia.
They didn't have wikis, that YouTube didn't exist, you couldn't stream, like, video... Like, video was an effort. Like, if you wanted to watch a video, get prepared for some time.
Just had to read something awful every day and wait for Old Man Murray to update. It never would.
God, how long were you on something awful for?
I joined the forums in '04, man. I'm a veteran. Haven't posted since like '08, I think.
Jesus, it's going a ways back in internet years.
Yeah,
I can still remember a friend of
it's-
mine in 2000 and I want to say 5. It was on the cusp of 5 and 6, showing me 4chan.
It's fucking vintage internet these days.
Yeah, just horrifying. And just like,
It's like Web 0.1.
yeah, before, like, because that was the very early days of mass interaction. Was things like you know, your forum boards and whatnot.
And multi-user dungeons.
Okay, so up there's not useful. I seem to have explored down here. I charged a battery. I'm gonna have to. It's got to be back down in those 2 rooms.
This is reminding me of Hexen, but without the things to kill.
Yeah, without the
You opened a door somewhere. Figure it out.
without the fundamentally interesting gameplay mechanic.
So, who was the best RoboCop?
I still look. I personally I prefer, because I love Paul Verhoeven and I love the kind of crazy, you know. I love the original RoboCop, just in style, tone, violence. Like when like fucking Kurtwood Fuller, pointing the gun at Murphy and just going ning 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 ning, and as he's about to shoot him is something that's just stayed in my mind forever. So I love the first one, but what the remake does is it has its own story to tell, which is what saves it from being fucking terrible and useless.
Has that compass changed directions?
I think it has
What's it pointing at?
that.
What is that?
I don't.
Is it a
No.
Big Daddy's face? There's more of them out there.
Yeah. Okay. So something's occurred.
Well, it's not going meh meh anymore.
Sweet Jesus.
We've been in here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking around more because I'm out of fucking clues.
Can you lift the carpet? Maybe someone swept a key under there.
Well, the thing is, we don't need a key though. That's the problem. Is I'm in that nether realm of I'm not sure what to do. Like when I know I'm looking for a key, that's an item hunt. That's something that's
Yeah, well,
down there appears to be nothing.
Why don't you check the game's hint system?
Okie dokie.
Right, we're on the stone chip age, I think. Yep, lighthouse. Doobie 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 doo. Okay, this hint book is a bit ahead of me now. Yeah, come on, just tell us everything. Yes. Oh.
Okay.
So what are we supposed to be looking at? I hate these fucking hint systems.
Well, okay. We have to match the.
We
have to look through the telescope. I think.
Do we have to match the telescope to the compass?
Yeah, I think so.
So what was the compass looking at?
Fucks me, but I figure if we look around, we'll
We
see
should
something.
go and look at the compass again.
I'll give this a try first. We'll have a peep around. Or maybe it does have to be left in a certain. Huh.
Oh, hey, that's what the battery does. Okay, leave it on that.
Okay, so it starts on 60. Seems to start on 60 regardless.
Right. So point it at the light, and then go look at. And we see what that's 135 degrees. So go down to the compass. So,
Winkies!
so
Winkies!
does RoboCop get a recommendation then?
Honestly, yeah. Like, just as a good example of... It's different, I wouldn't say it's as good, but I think that's more due to my personal tastes than anything objectively wrong with the movie itself. It's not to say that the movie itself was perfect, but I think it is a solid
Do you have a
example.
favorite moment?
The suit's pretty nifty. Like, and I think at the end, like, it kind of...
It's going
now the
beep again.
noise is happening again.
Okay, what's it pointing at? I'm seeing some legs.
Well, it's... Okay, well, what... It's hard to know what degree it's pointing at when I've got no frame of reference.
Okay, we can't move that, so logically we can only move the telescope. Well, look around the water outside again. Or just do your own thing, whatevs.
Well, help me out here. Come on, you got a puzzle brain. You've designed puzzles.
You got the hint system. These puzzles are from a madman.
Fucking lunatic. Yeah, alright, fuck it. Come here, hint system.
This is for people who like Sudoku and shit. Yes, alright. Okay, so 0 degrees is north. We didn't know that. Okay. So go back to the compass rose and press the button for southeast. So only one of those buttons were pressable.
What the...
It happened again. So I also exposed myself to another bit of culture this week. I watched 15 Stories High.
Oh, yeah, you sent me a thingy what's it on.
Okay, that's southwest. So go to southeast. That's definitely not southeast anymore.
None of these look activated. Like, that's the thing. I don't...
Okay, maybe not the light. Press the part of the compass rose. No, press southeast on the compass rose. Maybe we have to make the blue button not be... Maybe the blue light not going off anymore. We're going round in circles, man.
Sweet.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Oh! So maybe the lights in the bottom of the lighthouse turn on when the battery's up. Okay, go crank up the battery again. Yes, I was watching 15 Stories High, which is a bleak British sitcom. Characteristically bleak. Yeah, I told you about it on Facebook because I think it might be the sort of thing you like. It reminded me a little bit of Monkey Dust. Because I know you like that. It's about a lot of eccentric and incredibly hopeless working class people in a tower block.
My people.
Yes. And the main character is incredibly misanthropic and cynical.
I'm a hopeful lover of humanity.
I thought it was funny.
Okay, so that's run out of charge again. So that does charge something up, and there's lights.
Okay,
Alright, do you remember what it was saying?
well, okay, you know that dark area
Yeah.
down below that's dark? Try going down there once we've done this.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it will be lit up now. So I watched a couple of episodes on YouTube. It's got that sort of non sequitur humour I quite like. Like there was a bit where the main character was trying to stop a bunch of kids from harassing him. So he went into sort of negotiations with them, and for some reason one of them just had an incredibly deep voice, dubbed over by an adult. He sounded like an East End gangster or something.
Hey, we're not having that.
I'm probably about to have a look at that.
It was quite funny. And there was one episode where
Still dark.
where the main character was convicted of killing a swan, which it turns out was the only crime that can still be punished by being put in the stocks.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was quite fun. Apparently, it was only got 2 seasons and didn't really get as big a profile as equivalent shows like Peep Show. But it's worth checking out.
Bums.
It could be a cult classic. Okay, now that's charged up. Go back to the compass rose.
Oh, look, I was saying. Oh, I might get in the little.
Any other spheres of culture you've experienced? I could tell you about some books I've been reading.
Hey, go for that.
Well, I've been reading the Dresden Files at the moment.
You're always reading the Dresden Files.
Well, you know, I find them the sort of popcorn-y book. It's not a massively deep experience, it's just something to have fun with, really.
I've been reading Considering Phlebas.
What's that, then?
One of Ian M. Banks' first culture novels.
Now, is Ian M. Banks the science fiction one?
Yes.
Or is that Ian Banks?
Yeah, they're the same person.
I know that. I know he writes as Ian Banks for his normal novels, and Ian M. Banks for his sci-fi.
Alright, did I just upset it?
Oh, were you supposed to, like, charge up the battery and then press the southeast button and nothing else? What a dumb puzzle.
How far?
Well, we've done an hour,
Thank
but we usually
fucking
go up
Christ.
to like an hour and a bit.
Well, we can dick around for a bit longer.
Let's just see if this works.
Well, we'll go up and we'll have a look, because...
Because as ashamed as I am to deprive everyone of learning the stimulating conclusion of this epic tale for the ages, we've got
Alright,
shit to
okay,
do.
so that does have a direct relation. I clicked the thing and it upset it.
Okay. That's the Magic Roundabout theme tune.
Fucking Jesus.
What did they take out of you again?
This time it was plasma. And then
Why
they
you
give me
always-
back some saline.
Why are you always coinciding these with bits being taken out of you?
Because this is something I do that doesn't involve a physical component, so I can have my plasma taken out on a day where I don't have some kind of training, and then I don't lose a training day, because I'm not allowed to exercise after I've had this.
Why don't you make a different day your day for not training?
Because training is on certain days. And, like, it has to coincide with my university schedule, it has to, like... I have training Monday to Thursday, and then I do, like, other training on Friday.
Alright, no one cares about the niceties of your schedule.
fucking asked. Okay.
Southeast.
Alright, so there.
Yes. Yay! The lights are on! That's shit puzzle design. You're shit, Real Myst. And by extension, not Real Myst.
Masterpiece edition, Yahtzee.
Is it the same sense as the real Ghostbusters? Don't go that way.
I'm trying to work out what did that do now.
Turn the lights on. Go into the basement.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot about that. Like down plasma. My brain's not
You
working.
can't blame everything on your lack of plasma, man. You can't let that be your
Plasma
crutch.
beam! Shut up, man. You're stop oppressing the plasma kin.
Things would be so much different if I had plasma. Check your plasma privilege.
Plasmage.
Not everyone has the benefit
I need a
of all that,
plasmid, that's what I need.
all that plasma you've got.
I want to be able to shoot fire.
And speaking of plasmids,
Alright, yeah, okay.
back to Rapture we go. Well, we already had the flashlight. What difference is this going to make?
Begs that question, doesn't it?
Can you do something with the table now? There! What did you do?
Oh, it's the fucking book!
Great. Now fuck off.
Spinneroonie!
Never mind. Well, this was what, as I was saying, this may surprise the audience, but this is actually what people did for fun back in the day.
So did I just beat a stage? Whoa, what the...
I guess. Well done, you.
Okay.
Now,
Blue
what an
paper.
appropriate time to fuck off.
Oh, hey, Zach Galifianakis.
Stop humouring Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, he seems like a nice guy.
It's cruel.
Just like every girl.
Doesn't even have the decency to tune his TV aerial.
Yeah. Make a joke, you fat bastard. Fuck you.
Bored now.
Failed me for
that's
the
a
last
nice
time,
way
Zach
to-
Galifianakis.
Nice way to treat your friend. Open a book and go like blah de blah de blah de blah de bam. Done, done, done. Let's go. Oh hey, it's dark now.
I thought time was passing.
Crazy.
Madness. That doesn't do anything.
Okay, stop now.
No. Race. I'm gonna find a monster.
Oh, you getting into this game now?
Now that I've solved a puzzle or two. Oh.
Oh, well, you didn't solve a puzzle or two, did you? We had to go through the hints.
Yeah, now that I had the hints, solve a puzzle or two.
Yeah, let's see you figure this one out, smart guy.
Fucking numbers.
You broke it. You ruined it.
Take that, Saz.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, intervene here. Goodbye,
All
everyone.
right.
Bye, everyone. This was Myst. It was boring and shit, and everyone
Masterpiece
hates it.
edition of
It's
Myst.
not a masterpiece, you're a liar.
To Dr. Safe and Friendly's perfectly normal dentistry.
Well, you go click away randomly at shit, and let's talk topic.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will take us nowhere, but never mind. So, the trailer for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare got leaked. And
We had a look at that.
are you getting anywhere?
Nope.
Good. Kevin Spacey's in it. He's being evil and shit.
I like Kevin Spacey, and I like him when he's being evil.
Yeah, well, he's good at it.
Hmm.
I think Roger Ebert once said he's the best actor in the business at playing the smartest guy in the film.
And then he made K-Pax.
Okay, that's tower rotation.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I guess this means something. Click on the little circles. Aha! Okay, that's doing something. Line's red, though.
Does that mean
good?
something will... I mean...
You having fun there?
Well, I mean,
Okay,
it
it's pointing at the gears.
Yeah.
Go check the gears out.
that has... I think it might be like power, because there were switches.
Are you looking forward to Advanced Warfare? There's hover bikes in it.
What are the odds the hover bikes will be like one little segment that'll make you go, oh, that was fun, and then never get seen for the rest of the game as you run down corridors shooting shit?
I'd call that the 5 to 4 odds on favourite.
Yeah, like I enjoy Kevin Spacey, and the weird idea of it being about PMCs taking over the states, which is what I've heard is the story.
Oh, right, okay. So they're getting away from the horrible racist plots of more recent Call of Duty games and going back to incredibly generic warfare game plots.
I don't know. The crazy thing is they're teaming up with like Vice to do a documentary about creepy ass private military contractors. All right.
Yay, you made the eye green instead of red. We're making progress.
Would you like to summon a cassowary?
No, that shit's vicious.
Fuck it. I want to look at a cassowary.
They can split your belly open.
Yeah. Well, that did something.
Yes, it did the thing that makes us record.
Things!
What are we playing, Gabriel?
I don't know. I'm lost and confused. This is Real Myst Masterpiece Edition.
Yes, it's the original Myst, but you can move freely through it, FPS style.
Yeah, and when you're standing still, you have to move the mouse to the edge, so you get kind of that single frame of focus effect that the original Myst did, but when you are moving, you have true mouse look, so you can wander around and see all the nifty scenery that made people lose their shit back in the day.
Still, I feel it's more elegant than Tex Murphy's controls.
Yeah, they were before, like, mouse look was really that sane. Oh god, where am I going?
Aren't too
What's down
many
here?
full control first-person 3D adventure games. There was Normality, of course.
Yeah.
So, this wasn't your first choice, was it?
No.
Gabe?
My first choice was one of those, like, depressing sagas where I didn't think it was going to be easy, but it still surprised me with how difficult it was. And I know someone's going to chime in the video, like the comments with like, oh, Thiefy,
Are you going to tell me the fucking title anytime
fuck you.
soon?
I'm telling you the story about the title. And so I was going to try and do the...
It's not like a fucking opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Yes, it is. I was trying to do the spoof game of Myst called Pissed.
Ha!
Which...
They
yeah.
changed a letter and made it sound like a rude word. That is really subtle.
Wee-wees. And it was a stupid game that I played on my cousin's computer a little bit that had, like, just shitty dick jokes and stuff. But it also had John Goodman in it.
Yeah, I guess maybe that was a contract thing.
Yeah, like, I'm still not entirely sure why that was. So anyway, I tried to get a CD-ROM game that worked on Windows 95 to work on my current computer.
It was originally Windows 2.1, wasn't it?
I have no idea. It said Windows 95 on the thing.
Well, it was quite a while back.
It was a heartbreaking exercise. And when the guide finally said you could download a Windows 95 emulator and then that it needed a working Windows 95 CD key, I was like, all right, I'm done.
What are you, some kind of thief?
Well,
Are you done staring at this dog bowl?
I'm clicking shit to see what it does.
Wait, that will summon the Knights. That will summon the Knights Templar. That will summon Canadians.
Canadian archers.
Canadian archers who happen to be in the Knights Templar and sail boats a lot.
We'll make them fight sailors. And the Tick.
Oh shit! This is turning epic. So the trailer I saw was Kevin Spacey talking a whole lot of sense. Oh yeah, this is one of the sons of Atreus who've done some crafty shit, apparently.
Am I in a whole nother dimension?
I guess. Do you want to, fill for a bit? I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine.
Okay, yeah, so part of the rather strange sort of marketing for Advanced Warfare is that COD, and this was in the video, like COD are teaming up to do a documentary with Vice about the proliferation, sorry, brain, I donated plasma again today, of private military contractors and how big they're getting and how, like, almost they're taking over, like, they used to be support for regular armies, and now they're doing pretty much a lot of the work.
Sure you don't want a glass? Oh, that's right, you're a twat.
Yahtzee Croshaw, sponsor extraordinaire.
That's some lovely rosé.
And secondly, you're also drinking rosé, you middle-class white lady.
What?
Fucking goddamn. So you don't want a glass of my fucking rosé.
I got bored of dry white. I've been spending the last couple of weeks.
Should move on up to a white wine spritzer.
I've been getting bombed out on wine most evenings the last few days. What did you do?
I don't know.
You broke his bookshelves. Nice job. He's the mad one. I remember him.
Oh, look at Zach Galifianakis.
I'll turn this down a bit more because we're not going to make any sense of what he's saying anyway. You'd think the Call of Duty guys could find some points of similarity with PMCs. You'd think they'd have things they could get on with about.
Yeah.
They both like them guns. I mean, the whole trailer was just, hey, check out this tech. Are you ready to wank America?
And this is what
more
Myst...
than that in Myst.
Yeah, this is what Myst was, which is kind of why I never got the hullabaloo around the game. Like,
this was like a toddler's activity center, but for dads.
Yeah,
you
like
click on buttons and makes noises.
It was like what was it, like Seventh Guest? Like there were these games that were like this that were just tabletop puzzles, like block sliders.
I think the original Myst illustrates the point that you should never try to sell a game on the new technology alone, because it never ages well. And basically all Myst had was that it had amazing 3D rendered screens that no game had ever had.
That didn't move and didn't do anything.
Look at all the amazing 3D graphics, it seemed to say. Look at these cogs we made out of blocks. Now it just kind of seems like the sort of thing you'd ridicule, like Dear Esther.
I don't know. I didn't like it because I hate those slidey block puzzles and shit, and this game was full of them. Same as like Seventh Guest and stuff. Like, it wasn't like your traditional pointing. Where? There! Look at it.
I saw the shadow of a bird on the ground.
Fucking
That's
majestic.
Quite good detail for this Myst remake thing. What was that piece of paper on the floor?
What?
That one there that looked exactly like the rock, not right next to it.
Catherine, I've left for you a message. You can read these, you got the reader's voice.
Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches, capital M, capital S, on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atreus.
Enter the number of marker switches on this island. Okay, so that's...
So presumably them marker switches are those... I did play through this game back in the day, but it's been a while.
Yeah, so did I, and I pretty much had my aunt help me, because it was, like, yeah, for some reason old people like this game, I think.
Like
familiar
I said,
puzzles and pretty pictures.
Like I said, for dads.
Yeah. It's like, because you remember in Resident Evil 4 when you have to do that block slider puzzle?
Yeah, but it was fucking easy. It was 2x3.
Yeah, I don't care. I still hate them. It drives me insane.
I'm quite good at block slidey
did that do a
puzzles.
thing? Okay, so
I did all the ones in Zelda Wind Waker you can do on your little bachelor house you get. Okay, I did play this game a little bit before we started recording, and what you have to do is there's a little button by the entrance. That was a red herring there. Yes, forget about that. Just press the button and enter the number of marker switches on the island.
I don't know how many marker switches there are.
There are 8 marker switches on the island. Beyond this point, we're flying blind, though. So now press the button and hear the very important but crucially not subtitled message.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened.
Speak up!
Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine is one of us.
I am the Emperor of the Nintendo 64 dimension.
It looks like Patrick Stewart's Game Master. You probably don't get that.
It's like
do
a
you?
really fat version of Patrick Stewart, like Fatrick Stewart.
Well, I've removed the remaining
What's he saying?
from the library.
His 2 sons fucked up his books and he's cross.
Shouldn't have to use the books until I return, but if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation.
Remember the tower rotation, that's the point.
I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it. Just
Yeah, shut up.
No, I'm not erasing your message. Fuck you, go to hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back on that and jill myself off.
Marker switch diagram, water turbulent pool.
I don't think these will help, but sure, if you want.
Well, I'm curious. I wonder what a water turbulent pool is. It sounds like a wave pool, my back hurts.
Yeah. It's just a wanky word for a wave pool.
Dimensional transducer.
So, what's the plot of Myst, Gabe?
No earthly clue.
Some island, books, man, 2 brothers,
Alright, well, that was
wife,
fun.
tower. It's certainly not a game that would do well on the elevator pitch stage.
Ah, there is a sprint. Huzzah.
Oh, nice.
Zoom, zoom, zoom!
It's just someone pretentious didn't have an editor, and you had to make 3D rendered backdrops. Well, there are novelizations of this, isn't
Oh,
there?
fucking course there are.
Well, yeah. Maybe that will help it. Ah, you found the dentist from Marathon Man.
Hello. Welcome